Hi, you guys. Hi, teenagers. Welcome to another episode of On Your Level, a teen talk show. Being honest, trying to be sincere, endearing, and telling the truth to the public. I think that we can put things on the air that motivate students to act and to think a little more intellectually rather than impulsively.
I think the main problem is, and we see so many statistics that show the negative side of our generation, I think that the choices we often make without thinking, on impulse, under the influence of our peers. And I think if we thought more for ourselves rather than listening to the people around us, we would make better choices and possibly not have such a negative image.
I think every generation has that diversity and that gap. And I sort of suspect, you know, I've not lived about 20 years longer than you, but every generation has this diversity. And that's just, I guess it's part of growing up. It's just the choice on how you deal with it and the things and the people that you immerse yourself with that empower you to make better choices.
The teachers don't keep their interest. I mean, they have to be the teachers have to be active. They don't want to just see somebody behind a podium and just talking. They want to see some excitement, some change in tone of the voice.
So, since I hear a couple school bashing stories, tell me some stories that you have done, some choices you've made to make it better. You know, you're on student council. Have you done anything to inspire your educators?
Well, I mean, it's not necessarily the whole group of senators, of whoever. You know, we do little things, whether it's walking for a kid who just had surgery on his back, who's very disabled, and earning money for him to get a new wheelchair, to, you know, talking about drugs. And
I mean, I walk through my school and I see pregnant girls walking through the hallways, and it's like, you know, wake up. You don't have, I mean, they're living in some houses, I mean, in areas which are really bad, and you're bringing a child into this world. I mean, that's really bad, I think. That's not cool for me.
But you don't understand the choices that they're making. I mean, you can't just diss them like that.
I'm not dissing them, though. I'm just saying.
You have no idea what they've been through.
I mean, they can make their own decisions.
Well, no, they can't.
They can
can, but there's a lot of people, you know, when I picked the subject for this show, I asked a psychologist, how do kids make choices? He asked me, how do adults make choices? And what we need to do is have more compassion, as you said. We can't, as you said, we can't diss someone that gets pregnant. What we can do is understand them.
I don't think kids today get enough recognition for speaking their own mind. I mean, it's not like every kid does something because their friend says so. Somebody doesn't get pregnant because their friend got pregnant. I mean, you know, everybody has their own mind, and we don't get enough recognition for it.
I realize that a lot of people make different choices to be accepted. I mean, I see kids in my school that they'll get their driver's license early, and like the bad group of kids, whatever, put that label on it. People put, will get the person, like, hang out with them just because they have their license, and then the person with the license will do the bad things that they do just so the person will be their friend.
Peer pressure and use and abuse of friends. Tell me some choices that you make that are good, or tell me some choices you should or will make that are good.
I think the best choice I made in my life is being an exchange student. I mean, I'm from Uruguay, it's so far away, but it's exciting. I mean, to meet other people, other culture, just to know other guys, just what they think or how they live, to know our high school. I mean, these huge high schools that you have. I get lost in my first day, so it's a nice experience, and I'm proud of myself to do it. I mean, just to learn another language, you know, it's very hard. I mean, that's it.
Well, congratulations. That takes a lot of guts, and that's cool. What about tomorrow? What can you guys do tomorrow that will make you feel better, that doesn't involve a lazy emotional choice, but an intellectual cognitive choice? Tell me something you could do, and tell me something you would do.
I get really excited when I do good on a test because I know I've struggled for it, and I've studied really hard, and it just gives me joy and pleasure when I get a good grade.
Come on, I need hands. Everyone should raise their hand and tell me something they can do.
I think one of the things I try and do every day is I try and get one more person. I don't care who it is. I just want them to listen to a different point of view. I mean, if they hear what I'm saying, that doesn't mean they're listening to what I'm saying. That doesn't mean they're comprehending. And I think every time that any one of us tells somebody something in a situation such as this, when other people are listening, that's helping them to make better decisions, as the case is.
Simple things that we can all do tomorrow is to reach out to someone that's not happy or sad, or someone that looks like they're making bad choices.
Also helps to keep, like, basically along the lines of she said, just keep a positive attitude, you know, look on the brighter side. I mean, it might not be that easy, but it'll help a lot in the long run, and it'll keep your eyes open, you know, maybe to a better choice you can make. You know, you see somebody that's sad, go cheer them up, you know, or at least acknowledge them and let them know there's somebody out there, you know. I think the thing what she said about, you know, like being your own person and doing what you feels right, it's not about doing what feels good, because a lot of times that's going to get you in a lot of trouble. But, I mean, just like, you know, be your own person, express yourself in the way you see fit, but also, you know, don't let the media and music influence you in ways that you normally, you know, you shouldn't do, you know.
The thing interesting about this the stereotypes in the media is that you guys seem to, you know, be all relatively level-headed kids. There's a generation out there that there's a bunch of adults sitting in a boardroom right now figuring out how to target kids that are eventually going to be smoking, drinking, sex, and guns. And that's what we sort of need to speak out to these advertisers and have a little compassion for the kids that they're targeting. You guys, I'm going to read a quick poem that I wrote about the media. It's something I wrote earlier today, and it says, TV, radio, rap or song, worldview, right or wrong. Teens be adults, adults be kids. What is real? The media skid. Blood, guts, or murder, religion or preach, violence, music, anger, screech. Show me the world, a kinder view. Media tell us, teens, what's true. Don't target, don't aim, don't suck us in. Future is life, not sin, sin, sin. Talk shows are Budman, Camel, or Joe. Tune in for teens, the future knows. Yes?
There needs to be more shows on TV like this that show kids that the world can be a great place when you make the right decisions and don't do the wrong things, as such in drugs and cigarettes and alcohol.
I hope that everyone that said something that they can do and will do tomorrow, they'll do it. And for the people that didn't say it, will find strength in the choices, good choices that you guys are making, and bring it into tomorrow and the next day and the rest of your lives. I really appreciate you taking the time to coming to the premiere episode of On Your Level. Be positive. Listen to those announcements. Be friendly to all people. It will be one of the best feelings you'll ever get. And thank you very much for coming. I really do appreciate it.
through powerful vacuum action. Revac, the revolutionary waste reduction and disposal system that's different